everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today I'm going to be going over Transformers Energon Optimus Prime. This is one of the very first figures I actually got many years ago when I started collecting Transformers again. And if I'm honest, I know this figure does get a lot of jokes made about it because of the proportions of the robot mode and so forth. But I really actually quite like this particular toy of Optimus Prime. It's got a good-looking vehicle mode. The robot mode, in my opinion, does look okay. You can make it into a little base. And it also comes with a set of vehicles to attach to Prime as well, to turn him into a super robot mode. And he can combine with the line's Wing Saber character as well. And it's Omega Supreme. So this toy has a lot of playable features, and I'm going to try and go through as many of them as I can today. But first off, as always, we'll start off with the truck mode, then we'll do the robot mode, super robot mode, and I'll also show you the base mode as well, and we'll do some size comparisons. So, first off, the truck mode. You get Optimus Prime with a trailer. It's such a sad thing that a lot of Optimus Primes don't come with trailers, but they're getting back into the habit of doing it now. And the trailer is basically this massive lump of plastic designed to hold the mini vehicles, which you can see a little bit in here with one of them. And I'll run through each one of those separately also. The figure does roll very well, just not on my table because it's a shiny, smooth black table. But if I just attach the trailer, this is the truck section. You've got a very nice Autobot logo. There will be his arm. I mean, you can clearly see which bits are going to be his arms and so forth. The truck mode's all right. Wheels roll very nicely. Some nice molded details and some paint apps. And of course, you've got a big Autobot logo on another arm there. And you've got a storage area for his weapon there as well, which does have a firing missile. I miss firing missiles in toys. So all in all, it's quite a nice robot mode. It is like 20 plus years old, this thing, but it still holds together reasonably quite well. Now, I don't usually do transformation sequences in my videos, but because this is an older figure, it has a much simpler transformation process than other figures. This figure does also have lights and sounds, but the ones on this don't work anymore. I think the batteries died a death years ago, and I've not replaced them, and I dread to think what condition they're probably in. But we'll run through the transformation process. So, very easy. First off, you just grab this section here, pull it forward. You've got an arm. Take this section here, pull it forward. Another arm. Then you take the back section. Just put that there. You take this section here, just lift that up, and there are your legs. They go down on some nice ratchets, and this piece folds up there quite nicely. To pull these bits out here, and again, on the front, that's his feet. The hands come out by pulling that down and by pulling that down. Just get him to stand up a little bit straighter. There we go. And then finally, you just pull his head out like so. And that is your Transformers Energon Optimus Prime. You can see why he gets a lot of jokes as well about his proportions. It's just the way it is, really, at the end of the day. Head does move on a side swivel like that. Arms do have some movement, just there on a ratchet joint at the elbow, sorry, the shoulder, and then they can move forward like that as well. And you do also get bend at the elbow there like that. Hands don't move in any way, shape, or form, but I'm not really too bothered. Legs can move forward that much, back that much. You do also have some bend at a very low knee as well. There is no ankle, but you can put his legs apart like that, and he'll still stand quite nicely. Now, you're not going to get this figure in a lot of dynamic poses at the end of the day. It wasn't designed for that purpose 20 years ago. It was designed to be played with and enjoyed. And, at the end of the day, I think this is a really great toy. Now, just to do a little size comparison straight off the bat with this guy, because obviously this is your main robot mode. here he is with a modern day leader size toy, Select Star Convoy. So he's quite big. He's sizable. Oops, sorry. Then we have the trailer section. Now the trailer's quite large. It does have some nice molded details. And its main purpose is to function as a storage area for the mini vehicles and as kind of like a base of operations for them. So to turn it into the base of operations, you just fold down the connecting peg and then just literally put it on its side like that. Flip open a radar antenna dish. That's there. And that shows you a nice big Autobot logo. Then flip down this piece here so it's completely out the way. Fold down that, and your first vehicle is here. And this is vehicle number 2. They all come with OP1 to OP4 on them. And it is a little helicopter. And that's it. It's got some nice details on it. The rotors spin nicely. Some nice molded detail. Very basic paint, but it does the job. I mean, it's been a while since I've watched Energon, but I seem to recall Optimus would call on these to help him. Each one of these vehicles, by the way, can both become a hand or a leg for Optimus Prime, and there are multiple combinations that you can do. So that's OP2. Next, we have... And one other thing I forgot to mention, you can get the vehicles out with these sliders here, so they will come out a bit better. So next we'll do OP1. And OP1 is a fire truck, a bright orange fire truck. And he has this little extendable ladder. The ladder will come out. If I could do it, there we go. So you just push that out like that. The wheels do roll. If you're wondering what these holes are for, I will show you. If you don't know about Energon Optimus Prime, I'll show you what these mean. But that's OP1. Then we have at the bottom OP3, which is a drill tank. It's very nicely detailed. You can see a little cockpit here, treads, wheels at the bottom. And as it moves along the floor, it does spin. So that's kind of like a drill rescue vehicle. And then last but not least, we have OP4, which is a submarine. Again, nice molded detail, very basic on the paint, but it gets the job done. I'll just move that out of the way. So these are your 4 vehicles and Optimus Prime and his gun there. So what I'll do next is I will put him into his super robot mode and then we'll do another size comparison again. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do what I usually do, which is OP1 as an arm. Well, OP1 and 2 as arms, OP3 and 4 as legs. And then I'll change. But you know, there's multiple combinations with what you can do with these things. So in order to do this, what you need to do is just bend this bit here. And then you just flip open these bits here. And there you have his arm. That's arm number 1. Actually, I'll do OP3 as an arm. That's even better. So OP3, again, you just flip it down like that. I've actually just snapped the cockpit off there, but luckily it does go back on, he says. There we go. So that just folds up there like that. And that's OP3 as an arm. So he now has a drill arm attachment. If you want to do OP4 as an arm, he does have like a claw hand here. But we're going to do OP4 as a leg. So to do OP4 as a leg, you just take the front of the submarine, flip it up like that, and there's your leg. And OP2, you just fold that back up, So it's like that. Take the front section of the helicopter and again, tilt it up like that. And that's your other leg. Now, in order to put these on Optimus, first off, fold his feet back up. Take your leg piece and then put the leg into this hole here. And it just clicks right in. Same with the other one. Clicks right in. Making sure my camera won't fall down, but it will by the looks of it. There we go. So his head obviously looks a bit small now. So what you do is you take this section here, put it over his head, like so. Let me get it to line up. That'd be nice. And it's meant to form like a bigger helmet for him. There we go, that's better. So there we go. So that's Optimus Prime's helmet now. Then for the arms, what you do is you just flip them back up like that. Push back in the arm. Take OP1. Again, put it into the hole like that. I hope he doesn't do the splits while you're doing it. OP3. Put the hand back in. And there you go. So that's him now in his super robot mode. One final thing to do is you take the chest section, open it up like such, and there you have a light up matrix. It is supposed to like light up and makes blast effect sounds, but like I said, the batteries in mine are dead as dodos, so it doesn't work, unfortunately. The blaster will still fit in those hands. It does come with a 5mm peg. And there you go. There is your Energon Optimus Prime Super Mode. And I really like it. It is kind of a bit Power Ranger-y, I suppose, in some ways, what with the different colored vehicles attaching to the main body, but I still like it. So, articulation still moves at the shoulder. You've got it at the elbow. No hand articulation. Legs, again, they will go forward. They will go back. They will go side out. And you do have some bending there as well. So there is some articulation. That fell off again. There is some articulation, but not a great deal when compared to a modern Transformer. So again, just to do a size comparison, here he is with a more recent leader class figure, Star Convoy, and you can see Star Convoy is about the same size, more or less, as Energon Optimus Prime. So this was a big figure 23 years ago when this thing first came out, or around about 23 years ago when it first came out. I can't remember how much this figure cost me. I don't think it cost me anywhere near what this figure or any other modern leader class figure would have cost me. Because let's face it, the toys were cheaper back then. Now, he does also have the function to combine with the Wing Saber from Transformers Energon. I don't have that toy. I would love to get it, but whenever I do find it, it's insanely expensive. He can also combine with the Energon Omega Supreme. I do have that one, but it's in a box somewhere. And quite frankly, the combined mode is utterly ridiculous. It really is. But all in all, I think this is a really good toy for the day. It's got lots of playable features. You can change it around with the arms and the legs. The vehicle mode is very nice. The transformation process is very, very simple. It's just a really good all-round toy. I would love for them to do a modern-day version of this, because obviously they have delved into Armada and Cybertron, but not Energon. Well, they have a little bit with Energon, but only with core class figures. If they did do a modern-day version of this Optimus Prime, I can easily see it being a command class figure and costing over £100 to do. I really can. But I would still really like them to do a modern day version of this one and a new version of the Cybertron Optimus Prime as well from the Siege line, because that figure really didn't live up as a modern day interpretation for me. But, let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you like the look of Transformers Energon Optimus Prime and his various modes? Or would this figure be of absolutely no interest to you whatsoever? Do let me know in the comment section. Do please hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.